Children, 7th day Adventist Middle School welcomes you for the social class. In this class, we are going to see the new lesson from around the world. The topic of the lesson is energy and power resources. The page number 62 and around the world, the lesson is starts. We can see the energy and power resources. What are the resources? Power resources: the wind from air, water, coal. We are getting, and the sunlight. We are getting the power. No, we are producing power from air, coal, sunlight, and water. Here we can see the energy resources, the energy and power resources. In this, we can see the resources from third standard. We are learning this one. The resources are divided into two: renewable resources and non-renewable resources. What are the renewable resources and what are the non-renewable resources? The minerals which have taken inside the earth, that is non-renewable resources. That means if we are talking the mineral that coal, iron, like that, the metallic minerals from the earth, means these are the non-renewable resources. If we are talk out some resources and these kinds of metals, means we can't restore that one. If we are collecting the petrol from the ground, means we can't reinstall that petrol on that place. But the some resources are not renewable resources. Here the solar and wind power, that air, water, these are the renewable resources. The example for that water is, we are getting the water from the ground or from through rain. No? Through evaporate, the ground water will becomes as a air water. That air water, that rain will reach the ground again and it will fill the rivers, oceans and that all. Okay, first we can see that the renewable resources. The resources are divided into two. First one is renewable resource, another one is non-renewable resource. The renewable resource examples are water, solar, water energy. From water we are getting the energy, we are producing the energy. From solar we are producing the energy. From wind, the air, from the air, no, we are producing the energy, that is called as the wind energy. First we can see that solar energy. How we are getting the solar energy? We are converting that energy, the solar energy, into power. We are using this one nowadays. This is popular. Most of the universities, the colleges, the educational institutions, and some of the um, some of the offices, no, that is also having that solar energy source. They are using that one. How that is they are producing that one? From the sunlight they are installing the roof of the top. They are installing the photovoltaic cells on the roof of the top, and they are converting solar power into electricity. How the people are converts that solar into the power energy, means first we can see this one just like a uh, just like glass cells, they are installed on the top of the place. Some in some places just like a small um, photovoltaic cells are found in a single sides, that is for the lightning in that small lamps are getting that solar energy. How they are planned this one, means on the roof of the roof of the house, roof of the offices, there they have installed that photovoltaic cells. That photovoltaic cells are converts that solar power into electricity. That is very very different to here, and it is very useful to us because of this solar resource. There is no any harmful defects will happen, so we all will be practicable for this solar resource or solar energy into power, because of this there is no defects to us. You see that another one resource is the wind resource, wind energy. We are getting the wind power now through that is very popular in Kanyakumari district, that is in between Tirunelveli and Nagarkoil. They are the one place is there Aralvaimoli, that is very popular for this one. They are producing that wind into the power energy. They have installed so many big fans. We can see that in the page number 63. You can see that image. They are getting lack of air. There is no problem to get more air in that place. That fan will be rotate. Okay, that leaf of that fan will be rotate. If it is rotating, how much it is faster, they are getting that much of energy, that much of that air is converted into power energy, that is called as the wind power. The windmills are use the energy of wind to generate the electricity. Through this also there is no problem to the people or the environment. We need to protect our environment also, no? Here we can see the renewable resources are the solar energy resource, wind power resource, and water energy power resource. These are the renewable resources. And another one we can see that because of that this solar energy and this wind power, there is no problem to the environment. We need to protect our environment also. It will not be harmful for any one of the insects. If you are producing that energy through sunlight or the or through the air, means there is no problem to the society, to the environment. So we need to protect the environment also, so we can practice this solar energy into power and the wind into power. And the another one resource is hydropower. Hydropower resource means that is we are producing the power from the water. These are in Kalpakam near Pondicherry, near Tamil Nadu, that is in Kalpakam. And atomic energy also there, atomic energy. These are the harmful energies, but this now we are looking into the renewable resources. Another an example is hydropower power. That hydropower means they are producing the that power through the water resource. The force of water falling from the dam is used to generate electricity. Such electricity is called hydroelectricity. What is called as the hydroelectricity? From water we are producing the power, that is called as the hydroelectricity. And how they are producing the energy or power from that water means from the dam. The water is falling from the dam, from the height, no? The heat energy is there. From that heat energy we are producing the power, that is called as hydroelectricity, hydropower. Here we can see some useful ways. Here we can see some useful ways. The multi-purpose project is so called because it is useful to us in many ways. Some of them are: the force of the water that falls from a dam is used to generate hydroelectricity. It provides water for irrigation. It controls the flood. The reservoir created behind the dam is used for pisciculture. The road built across the dam is used for transportation. It provides safe drinking water. The reservoir and the beauty of the surrounding areas attract tourists and thus help in the development of tourism industry. Here that Kalpakam, most of the people will go to see that places because the surroundings will be very beautiful. And we can see some other thing, the limitations for that uh, solar energy, the solar power plants, we can see when large condenser reflectors are used, a large quantity of scattered sunlight can be concentrated at a point. This point can attain a very high temperature. Such devices are used in solar furnaces and solar power plants. The intense heat can produce steam which can drive generator to produce electricity. Like this only, we are producing the electricity from sunlight. And we can see that wind power energy, wind power, how they are producing that wind power. The Yeah, windmills is a device which can change wind power into mechanical power. In windmill, we are used to grinds and to drive pumps to lift water. That hydropower we have seen that one. Now we can see the non-renewable resources. What are the examples for the non-renewable resources? The coal, petroleum. Okay, what are the why this coal and petroleum and the non-renewable resources? We can't reinstall that minerals on that place. If you are collecting coal or petroleum from one place, means we can't reinstall that ones. If there are 1,000 tons of coal is available there, means we are collecting just 100 tons of coal, means remaining coal only will be there. That is non-renewable. And petroleum, we are collecting the petroleum from that place, means we can't reinstall that one. For example, in Neyveli, that coal, they are take out that coal, what are the things through that coal, they are cutting that coal, from that we are getting the heat energy. That heat energy, okay, that heat energy is converted into power. That only the method. From coal they are producing the energy. We can see the conservation. And the conservation, we can conserve coal in the following ways. What are the ways to conserve the coal? Use of coking coal should be restricted to metallurgical industries. Selective mining for good quality coal should be stopped. Small and uneconomic coal mines should be amalgamated to make them viable. Use of renewable sources of energy should be encouraged. Low grade coal should be washed to remove impurities. The thermal power plants should use low grade coal. Then petroleum is the mineral, that is a mineral oil. Petroleum is oil, that is a mineral oil, not that is not a cooking oil. That is the mineral oil. We are using that to machines and for our vehicles we are using that oil, Here petroleum has great importance in the economy. A variety of products like petrol, diesel, kerosene, wax, plastic and lubricants are obtained by refining crude mineral oil. Other byproducts include raw material for chemical fertilizers, synthetic fibers, and drugs. Thus, it is called black gold. The petroleum is called as the black gold. Already, we have learned in 6th standard and 5th standard. 5th standard, we have learned that petroleum is the first petroleum is giving the um, financial improvement to Saudi Arabia. That is through selling that petroleum only they are getting more money. We have learned. And that 6th standard in minerals lesson we have learned that petroleum is called as the black gold. Why petroleum is called as black gold means here we have learned this one, because that petroleum is the main source. From this petroleum only up to that plastic we are getting. So through purifying that petroleum, the first mineral oil, that first quality is called as petrol. Another one is the next quality is diesel. Like that petroleum is divided into several names. Then the paraben wax is also the petroleum chemical. And that plastic, some nowadays we are having the awareness about that plastics, because this is the petroleum chemical. That petroleum is not included in our food. So if you are using that plastic, means that is defective to our body. So you can understand the petroleum, that plastic is is the last chemical of that petroleum chemical. So you just avoid to use plastics. And that we are going through the lesson, that black gold, why it is called as the black gold. The products include raw materials for chemical fertilizers, synthetic fibers, and drugs. Thus, it is called as black gold. Then the 65% of the total reserve of petroleum is found around the Persian Gulf. 65% is in the Persian Gulf. Here we can see the main petroleum producing countries are Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, United Arab Emirates, Qatar, and Bahrain. These are the main petroleum producing countries. In India also some places are producing the petroleum, but the main petroleum, the main source, the main economical activities, which one is included, that petroleum in the main economic activity in these countries, the Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, United Arab Emirates, Qatar and Bahrain. And this energy resource, that coal resources in some that producing countries also we can see USA, Australia, India, Ukraine, Indonesia, Russia, South Africa, and Kazakhstan. These are the main coal producing countries. What are the coal producing main coal producing countries are USA, Australia, India, Ukraine, Indonesia, Russia, South Africa, and Kazakhstan. Here we can see the limitations of that petroleum. It is a non-renewable, coal and petroleum are the non-renewable resources, and it can be exhausted due to increasing use. Okay, then the drilling of petroleum is expensive, so only the rate of the petroleum is very high all the times. Nowadays the petroleum is in the highest rate, and because this drilling and that crude oil rate, these are the main reason for the high level price rate of that petroleum. And how we are getting that petroleum? Through drilling only. We have learned these things: drilling, quarrying, that uh, um, open dumping we have learned in 6th standard. Now drilling is what? Drilling is the last one, that is the very heavy work. For drilling means we are dipping so many works to done for producing that petroleum. So that is a very high rate. And we can see that how we can conserve this one, means how we are getting the petroleum. In petroleum we are producing now, through that there is so many defects. Here you see burning of petroleum leads to carbon emission, thus it is major source of air pollution. Always we are telling that air pollution, what is the main reason? We are using petroleum in vehicles now. They are emitting pollution, and we are producing that petroleum in how we are burning this petroleum. After this only that main mineral we are taking in, drilling into the earth and getting the petroleum, means we can't directly use this one. They will burn this one and purify the petrol, separate the petrol from this. Because of this the carbon emissions will be there. The carbon emissions only affecting that environment, that means that ozone layer, no, that will be affected by this one. Then we can see some conservation. The use of solar, wind, hydel, and geothermal power should be encouraged. The equipment using petroleum as source of energy should be properly maintained to reduce oil wastage. This is the Already we have seen the no the non because of this non-renewable resources, that renewable resources, solar energy and wind energy, if you are following these energies means there is no problem to the human, there is no problem to the environment. But this another resource, that coal and that petroleum, because of this, by producing this one also there is the problem to the environment. And when we are using these things, that petroleum means, because of that also harmful defects to the human being and to the world. So avoid to try to avoid the wastage of usage of this petroleum and data. Okay.